Hello all, here is another tutorial from WaoGuru.com. Firstly, we are going to go through how to build farms in War and Order. If you want to grow quickly, it's completely necessary to have farms in order to gain resources, so that way you can build continuously and don't have to wait to gather extra resources for your next castle build or barracks. Farms shouldn't take a great deal of time. It's completely doable to run 9 farms in under an hour a day, and that's sending out you gather parties on 4 cycles quite easily without it being too much of a stretch. In order to actually get as much resource in as possible, you need to build your farms up to level 15. That means that you can farm for iron, and further down the line, if you want to open up and build extra resource tiles, you can boost your farms up to level 16 and add an extra couple of farms for, say, wood, stone, iron, or food. So, first things first, we're going to cover what we do need to build and what we don't. We're not going to be building a fighting castle, so with that, there's a lot of stuff that you can just ignore. Going into barracks first, we need to build our barracks up to level 6. All we need for a farm is T2 cavalry, and they're completely sufficient. Also with that, tier 2 troops don't offer any points within KE, so in the Strongest Laws events, you're not going to be a target with your farm. And as they're not going to be a target for points in KE, they should only be a target for resources. And we'll go into how to defend your farms in another tutorial. So, firstly, build 8 training grounds for the initial recruitment, but stop recruiting once you have 2,000 of each tier 1 troop and 2,000 of each tier 2 troop. So once you've got 14,000 troops, you then just need to keep recruiting tier 2 cavalry until you get to about 60,000. With a fully built hospital, and even with no VRP running, you should be able to cover almost 80,000 troops, and that would mean that you won't have to actually ever lose any troops if you do come under attack. So now you know what to do with all your training grounds, but there's also quite a lot of fields that we haven't mentioned yet. So once you've actually got all of the troops that you need to go and gather all of your lovely resource every day, you need to deconstruct your training grounds because you don't need those anymore, and that will enable you to build more stone mines and iron mines and maximise the output that you're actually going to get from your farm each day. Once you've got to level 15, what you should have in your fields is 6 medic tents, 6 iron mines, 6 stone mines, 9 farms and 9 sawmills. Once you decide that you want to upgrade your farm further to level 16, you then want to increase those numbers up to 8 medic tents, 6 iron mines, 8 stone mines, 10 farms and 10 sawmills. So when it comes to the college, you only need a few of the technology sections to actually make a farm work really, really well. Research everything from the resources tab and increase the wounded limited and the architecture in development and the legion text from military. Do some study on defence from the defences tab, but other than that, anything else is just going to be a waste of resource and a waste of time. So, this brings us on to the Lord equipment that will help you gather resources as quickly as possible. There are 3 pieces of equipment that will increase your gathering speed, 1 at level 10 and 2 at level 15. At level 10 there's the bronze belt, and at level 15 is the ice bracelet and the iron boots. These are really easy to make blue in colour from the workshop alone. However, if you use a blue piece of equipment as the base material and then use 1 blue and 1 purple, you can gamble and really increase your gathering speed. If you look at the farm that I'm showing you here, I've got all 3 pieces of equipment just from gambling alone. Whilst you're levelling up your castle, you're going to be awarded with lots of Lord skill points. The best places to spend these is primarily in the development tab to get you up to the harvest skill and a good production and gather speed. When you've completed this, you can go over to the war tab and get the recall all skill, so that way you can pull all your troops in just in case you need to do that last minute defence. So while you're building your castle, you also need to build and level up all of your hospital and medic tents. This way you ensure that you've got a really healthy hospital capacity, and as long as you don't recruit more troops than your hospital can take, When you're attacked, you're never going to get any losses and you're only ever going to have to heal troops. To earn more resources than your production fields are going to produce, you want to try and send your troops out to gather as often as possible. Try to log in a few times a day to send your gathers out, and you can do a rotation really quickly. It takes about 2 minutes per farm, and once you've done the first one in the morning, subsequent ones only take about 60 seconds or so. In addition to your gathers and your production fields, there's lots and lots of other resources that you can get from all of your farms. If you complete the daily challenges, then you're going to call in about another 0.5 mil every day. Make sure that you use your harvest skill twice a day as you're logging in to send out your gathers, and ensure that you do all of the pinatas and other daily tasks that you can do to maximise the output. When you're sending out troops, make sure that you leave at least 15,000 troops at home, so if somebody does attack, there's going to be a fight and people can steam in and defend. But we'll record a different tutorial to tell you how that's all worked out a little bit later. So that should give you everything you need to know about how to build a farm in War and Order. Hope you liked the video and you found it really useful. Please feel free to comment and like and share and all that sort of jazz. And if you liked it, go over to WaoGuru.com and find out lots more.